who they are, their intent for even coming down to the planet to do certain work. You're in the illusion of not knowing thyself. So the process is to rediscover thyself. If you're already God and a goddess, ain't really nothing you can learn. The only thing you could do is set up a system as if you forgot. Earth, third dimension, is a system as if we forgot who we were, only to discover who we are again. And the road to discovering who we are again is actually the path of transformation. For instance, you go to see a Conan movie, Schwarzenegger, Wesley Snipes, at the end you know they're going to save the girl, rescue, they're going to get the diamond for the village, they're going to rescue whoever they need to rescue, they're going to win. But quite simply, you watch the movie because you want to see the process of how they win. You automatically know Indiana Jones is going to win any movie you walk in. The movie becomes the process. Earth is the process, or the movie that we went through to the ultimate end that we are definitely going to win. There's nothing that can stop it. There's no such thing as not stopping the hero. There's no hero in any movie that's ever lost. It doesn't even make no sense in a movie. And those movies are only designed based upon our mythology. So we are always going to win. We cannot not win. The process is what you call our Holocaust on Earth. It's a process.
And so some of us get through it and some of us don't. That's where the conflict.
Well, ultimately, there was a time where some of us got through it and some of us don't, but never to the demise or to the destruction. Some of us got through it and some of us don't was only about levels at a certain time when we were still dealing with levels and different planes of existence and all of these things. But what I'm guaranteed and happy to say, the whole system is now over. So all the 2012 that they're talking about releases us all from the system. You got a soul, you going home. Home is the Sirius star system. The soul is the primal spark of life. If you got a soul, you can reunite with that primal spark. So the whole process is over. So now understand this. It's not just conscious stuff that defines how far you have made it. The prostitute in the street has went through something. You sit down with a prostitute, they got the most interesting stories ever. That's still a form of learning in third dimension. Crackheads, that's still a form of learning in third dimension. So all of that collective knowledge of this Holocaust, this situation, this mayonnaise sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly, Cheetos and Fig Newtons, all that shit we went through is a collective study in this particular level of corruption, so it could never happen again. Kind of like, and I think we talked about before, if you had the chicken pox before, you won't get them again. The measles before, because you become immune to it. So this Holocaust that we went through, which is one of the most funkiest Holocausts in the universe, we are now immune to it, so it doesn't happen again. So as a god or a goddess, you go through these things to solidify your god and goddesshood. You solidify it by going through these things, and you can't do it from the place of all-knowing. You have to do it from the illusion of ignorance. That's the only way it will work. If I came down here as the all-knowing, what the hell would I come down here for? That's the first thing you would say. Well, why would I come here and live in the ghetto if I'm the all-knowing? You're only under the illusion, and you put yourself under the illusion. We are never in a deficient state. We are never in a state of somebody did it to us. We are never in a state of, uh-oh, we in trouble now. We done made the wrong turn. None of that's happening. We came down here to go through what we're going through, only to wait, bring forth for the stars to be right. The stars will be right in what they've been calling 2012. Now, it may not happen on that date. It may happen tomorrow. The stars are lining up heavy. All of this is lining up. So, in other words, we're about to get out of the whole entire system of levels, of duality, of he versus she, of up versus down, left versus right. If they say God is the all, we're about to become the all again. Everything is in us. Creation is an unfolding of the all, of the one point. That's why you can say, well, this is how God looks as a rose, as a tree, as a car, as a hat, as a cat, because all of those are forms of the ego. All of those are different multi-expressions of one God. Our whole goal is to get back to the one point, I am that I am. I don't have to explain myself to you as a dog, a pigeon, a left or a right. I can say I am that I am, meaning it's all un-ego and is all within me. So we're trying to get out of the ups and downs or the initiation system.
Now,
and that's what's happening now.
Okay, now all of this, they're talking about in 2009 that they're going to be putting these signals to control us, and they're putting these towers up for this mind control. So what you're saying is that won't work because...
None of it. Okay. None of it works. Just look at it this way. I've heard at least 75 things that they're going to do or have been doing to fuck us up with mind control, chips, fuck up your kids. I heard about 75 things. If these things were so effective, I only should have heard about one thing. So why do you need 74 other things if these things are so effective? So if they got something new, so either one or two things. If they do have 75 things didn't work. First of all, we having this conversation, and they have to invent something new. If the only thing they got is wolf tickets and scaring you, and the only thing that makes it real is when we talk among ourselves about this goddamn Illuminati that don't exist. From what I could hear, this white man been standing in this goddamn one karate stance for like 14 hours and never struck nobody. Do it now. If they're going to round us up in goddamn camps, for what purpose? To what purpose? They getting what they want now from the dead niggas. Taxes and money and this obedience and all of these things. Their back is up against the wall. The only thing they can do is hope that we embrace what they say and make it real. We're the only ones with the mechanisms, the melanin, to make it real. So if they say, well, they'll give us the stimuli. We got something called LT-45-7, and it's going to be an ass whipper for these niggas. And the same five people...
LT-45-7?
Yeah, whatever. I'm just making something up. If they say we got this, if they say we got this, that, or the other thing, and they tell you, they give it to the same five people to tell you, David Icke and the rest of them. Yeah, they got something. These Illuminati, boy, they always working. And then all these black people start taking in, and brother, they got this coming, they got that coming. That's the only thing that makes it real. If it was real, it would have been happening. And even in chem, there was still the priesthood. There were still levels, same kind of way. If you are under mind control, first and foremost, you wouldn't know it because you're under mind control. If you can even speak it to your mouth, then you're not under mind control. So if you can name 30 things that they made up, those are 30 things that did not work, the mere fact that you could bring it to your mouth. If you're under mind control, you would never know it. That's what mind control is by definition. You would never know it. So anything we could see on the web, see they're going to do, you can rest assured they're only telling you this information for you to co-sign with it and hopes that it will work based upon you making an agreement with it. There was a whole book on making these agreements. And it was just a book ready to bring forth all of that laws of attraction stuff, the secret, magnetism. So they hope they could drop something, then you magnetize to their definition of what it is that they're dropping. If you can magnetize to their definition of what it is you're dropping. So if selling wolf tickets, pimping, a pimp telling you, baby, we can make it. This is all you got to do. He can't make you do it. When you agree that this is a plan, that's when it happens.
Right.
When you agree that this is a plan, that's when it happens. So, no, they have nothing. Their back is against the wall. Obama's showing you that. Their back is against the wall.
Now, before we go to the telephone lines, what's going on with this hurricane and two more coming up here, and it happened right on the day that the Republicans had a convention. What is all of this that's going on?
Excellent question. Excellent question.